This week, we are picking things up in Mar Menor in a small Spanish town called San Javier, which is famous for their Air Force training base, and we were lucky enough to watch a free air show from the boat.
But as always with boat life, you can never relax for long, as there's always jobs to be done.
Okay, I've been locked in the engine bay. Actually locked in the engine bay. We've been getting water into the bay, and we're not sure where the water's coming from. One of our theories is that when we wash down the boat, the water's coming in through the hatch and through the seals, and the seals are failing. So what we're going to do, I got the short straw, so I'm sitting in the hatch at the moment. I'm waiting for Ruth to spray water across the hatch to see if any water comes in. And then if it is, then we know it's a faulty seal on the hatch. So let's see what happens.
Nothing. And after being no further forward to working out the source of our leak, we set off for our next destination. Leaving Manga and the protection of Mar Menor behind us, and the water was like glass. What a calm and chilled morning. And being a weekday, heading back through the exit channel and under the bridge was a lot easier than when we first arrived, with substantially less traffic.
So we've just left La Manga and those horrible jellyfish. And we had a great few days with my friend, catching up, just taking a pause from sailing, spending a few days on land, doing all our washing. And now we're back on the seas and heading for our next destination. We're going to head to a place called Tabarca. We have noticed that this stretch of land around La Manga and around just south of Alicante has become more and more built up. As you can see behind me, there's lots of high-rise building, loads of flats. So we're hoping that Tabarca offers a little getaway from the mainland, a bit of paradise. The sea and the waters look crystal clear blue. It looks like a great swimming spot. So that's where we're heading.
Okay, I am skipper today. I'm taking us to this beautiful island, or an island that we hope is going to be beautiful. There's no wind, unfortunately, so we are going to motor there. But that's okay, we've had some great sailing up until now, so a couple mooring days is fine. One thing I am really excited about today is having my friends on board. They've flown all the way from Saudi Arabia, and just to come and spend a couple days with us, which feels so special. So they've joined us. We're trying to work them hard. We're trying to get them to be our deckhands, but I think they're just enjoying sunbathing a little bit too much. But there's not much to do. We're motoring today, so we'll let them off today, and we'll get them lifting the sails and working the boat tomorrow.
And when there's no wind, you've got to find other ways of keeping yourself entertained and pass the time on passages.
Oh! Stop! I'm steering the boat! Do you want to die?
So we made it to our beautiful little island. And when the water is this blue, you've got to make the most of it. It was also Michelle's birthday, so we threw her a party on the boat before heading ashore to explore the island of Tabarca.
And what a cute little town. Very few people actually live on the island. It has a population of just 50 permanent residents, but it does get very busy over the summer season when tourists visit in their thousands. Most of the tourists had gone home by the time we got to shore, so we headed for some paella and enjoyed the island before heading back to the boat for one of the most beautiful sunsets we've ever seen since moving on to Rúna.
The next morning, we head round to the other side of the island and we joined a large collection of other boats by dropping anchor and going for a swim.
Ruth busted out her brand new inflatable killer whale whilst trying to maintain her dignity. And once again, our fun is interrupted by a broken toilet. It fell to me to roll up my sleeves and investigate the issue. Dismantling a toilet is not fun. Welcome to boat life.
Okay, quick update on the toilet situation. We obviously have guests on board right now. We have one head that's now out of action. I've tried to fix it. I think there's no blockage in it. I think what's happened is the macerator is faulty. So we have electric saltwater toilets. So when you flush, it sucks in salt water and uses that to flush the toilet. When you put any amount of toilet paper, even sort of the special marine, really thin toilet paper, as soon as you put anything down it, it just clogs instantly. So we think it's the macerator. There's also a funny noise from the macerator as well. Normally you hear like a grinding noise. That noise isn't kicking in. All we can hear is the motor trying to do something. So we can't really do much about it right now. I've reported to the dealer. We'll see what happens with our faulty toilet. But it just means we're down to one head with 4 guests, which I'm sure we can manage, but not great.
And with the toilet partially fixed for now, it's time to leave the island of Tabarca and head to our next destination. And this morning, we have a new skipper at the helm, along with a new deckhand, keen to learn the ropes.
The joys of having friends on board is that they do all the work. Lovely. After a couple of days on the beautiful island of Tabarca, we're heading to Alicante, which is a straight sail north, and whilst Andrew was teaching Michelle and Waz how to sail, I got the opportunity to chill out for once and enjoy the ride. Once we arrived in Alicante, there was a festival in full swing. Every year, all the different neighbourhoods across Alicante dress up in different colourful outfits and parade through the city. After joining the party for a few hours, we decided to escape the hustle and bustle of the city and enjoy the sunset.
Ruth and I have just set off from Alicante. We're expecting some nice wind today. Now, over the last week or so, we've not really had much wind. It's been quite calm sailing. We've had to do a lot of motoring. But we're expecting 25, 30 knots today. The only problem is we're expecting a big swell as well. So we're expecting the waves and swell to be about 1 meter, which is fine. It just means we might be slightly rough. But we're setting sail. We've only got a couple of hours up the coast, so fingers crossed for a good sail today. And as we were expecting stronger winds and swell, we decided to set up our jack lines, just in case we needed them. These are safety lines that run from the stern to the bow of a yacht and helps us stay clipped in and prevents anybody from falling overboard. We then headed out, got our sails up and started sailing. Thankfully, the weather was less than forecasted, so we didn't need the safety lines in the end, but we still had enough wind to pick up speed and have an awesome sail along the coast. We were sailing on a close reach, about 45 degrees to the wind, which means we have to tack at different waypoints, so we enjoyed some pretty involved sailing.
We're searching for the beautiful, tranquil parts of Spain, so we decided to sail past Benidorm in favour of Moraira, a beautiful upmarket Spanish coastal town 80 kilometres north of Alicante. And it was a beautiful little town. After a quick swim in the bay, we were introduced to the Mojito Men, two guys running a little cocktail boat around local anchorages. We tied them on and ordered 3 margaritas.
And we had a wonderful evening in Moraira, but we couldn't stick around because we were booked in at Dénia to get some warranty work done on the boat. And after a very scenic sail in the morning, we docked into Dénia Marina and met the sailmaker, who had to take our sails off for a couple of days. And just our luck, after having no wind all morning, 20 knots started gusting through as soon as we tried to dock and needed to get the sails off the boat. But between the 4 of us, the sails came down and were sent off to be repaired.
So Andrew and I have got our feet on the ground and we're spending a few days in Dénia at the moment. If you had watched our previous video, we updated that we have a number of warranty issues on our boat because we bought it brand new and we're having a few teething issues and snags. We finally managed to get an update on a repair for the sails. So the battens across the sails are coming away at the stitching because presumably they're too tight. So they've finally gone into a repair shop and the sailmakers have come and taken them off the boat, which means we've got a couple of days where we can't sail anywhere, and we've taken the opportunity to have a few days on land and just enjoy a bit of time in a beautiful villa. So we hopped on some bikes and went exploring. We visited Dénia and Javier and even hiked up Montgo Mountain, which is nicknamed the Elephant, as its distinctive shape resembles a reclining elephant from certain viewpoints. The views were amazing, and of course we tried to find our boat in the marina.
Providing we get our sails back on the boat, in the next video we'll be setting off on a 12-hour passage to Ibiza. So make sure you subscribe and join us as we explore this beautiful island. See you in the next video.